Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Indy here to talk to you today about how to make a pot of collard greens. Let's get to it. Hey, it's your girl Indy here to talk to you about making a pot of greens. Now, before we get started, you have to make sure you have these ingredients. You're going to need collard greens. You will need Lawry seasoning salt. You will also need salt pork. Or smoked pork neck bones. You'll also need salt, vinegar, and sugar, and that should do the job. So let's get to it. Now here I have a whole bowl full of prepared collard greens. These greens have been chopped up. I have more, actually grew these from my garden. I have more here, as you can see, and I have to, what you do is you want to roll these up after you've washed them. I washed them. Okay, so you want to roll them up like this, and then you want to cut them really, really thin. And then after you do that, you're going to add them to the meat that you've prepared, and I'll show you that. Now, see this pot? In this pot, the type of meat that I am cooking right now is salt pork. Okay, so I took a pack of salt pork. You can get it at like one of your grocery stores. And also pork smoked neck bones. Pork smoked neck bones. Now, these are nowhere near done. Usually what you want to do is you want to cook this for about an hour and a half, and you can use seasoning. Some seasonings you can use includes salt, pepper, also Lawry seasoning, L-A-W-R-Y-S, Lawry seasoning. If you have some other type of seasonings, you can do that. You can also use accent seasoning as well if you want to spice it up just a little bit. Whatever you want to do. I think that once you do this, you're going to cook this meat, okay, in a pot of water, just enough water to come up to cover your greens. You don't want it to be all the way full. You want just enough to cover your pot of greens, okay? And then afterwards, once you've cooked this meat for about an hour and a half, then you're going to toss in the collard greens that you've been cooking. That you've been, cleaning and cutting and preparing. You're going to throw those into this pot. After you throw those in the pot, then you're going to also throw in some sugar, salt, and vinegar, whether that's white distilled vinegar or the other vinegar. It doesn't matter, the cooking vinegar. All right, my friends, here is more greens that I just got done cutting up. Like I said, you roll them real thin, and then you cut them into like thin little slithers like this one. See this one? It's like a thin little slither that I cut. These have been washed. The way you wash greens is you want to put them in the sink. Okay, I usually put them in the sink. You want to put them all the way, run your water all the way up to the top, and then you're going to put salt, and you sprinkle it all over the greens. Sprinkle it all over the greens. Rinse them, okay, and then you're going to do that. Repeat 3 times, okay? Then you get your fresh greens that are cut up beautifully like these. And then after the meat has cooked for an hour and a half, you're going to throw these guys in. This is the smoked pork neck bones, and also the salt pork and seasoning, like the Lawry seasoning salt, whatnot. Now we are going to toss the greens into the pot. So you can grab your greens and start transferring them over like so until you get them all in there. Just keep transferring them in. Transferring them in until you get them all in, and then once you get them all in, I'll show you what to do next. All right, guys. Now that you have the greens in the pot, you've got some white vinegar, okay? So you can take the vinegar and just pour a little like that. That's enough, okay? And then sugar, I use we're gonna mix this up a little bit. For sugar, I use a spoon like this size, so about a tablespoon, but I did transfer it into a cup, like, so you'll see, not much, okay? And then for salt, I wanted to sprinkle it in there so that you'll see how much salt you need. About that much salt. Okay, so now you are going to mix these all together. And now you're going to cook these for another 1.5 hours. So you can literally just put the lid on top of this and forget about it. Your entire house is gonna smell like a wonderful pot of greens, and everybody's going to love you.